I've been thinking for a while that I kind of wanted to start my own news show, but then I thought, I'm not a person that's going to go get a press pass and go find news out there because I got other things going on in my life, and I would just be getting the news from the news. So what am I doing? Just repeating the news. But then I thought, you know what? I could actually give this a different perspective. And I'm going to be honest with you. Every morning I get up and I think to myself, what did Trump tweet today? Now, I'm going to be honest. A lot of his tweets never bother making the news because they're just basic, I guess, boring, or what a lot of people would be considering boring government stuff. And if you're someone who's a Trump fan, and you want people to know what other things Trump is tweeting, then get it out there. No problem with that. Okay? But what we're making news is the things that he tweets that are maybe not traditional tweets. Like, for example, today, Donald J. Trump. The Republicans never discuss how good their health care bill is, and it will get even better at lunchtime. The Dems scream death as O'Care dies. But what's going to get better at lunchtime? The bill? From now to then? Maybe they're not discussing how good their health care bill is because it's not just about the Republican health care bill. It's about everybody's bill, and they seem to be catching on. I will be having lunch at White House today with Republican senators concerning health care. They must keep their promise to America. What promise? And of course, he's got his favorite Fox News on here, and the fake news is becoming more and more dishonest. Even a dinner arranged for the top 20 leaders in Germany is made to look sinister. Okay, this one I knew for sure because every time I look at these in the morning, I think, okay, this one's going to make it on the news. This one's going to make it. This one isn't. This one isn't. And I knew that this one would, because we know the big thing now is Trump was once again caught talking to Putin. Now, Trump, I'm going to give you the benefit on the doubt one thing. You've never been a politician, and even though you're president, you're not a politician right now. We all know you're used to doing things the business way, and we all know what some of those business ways are, okay? And you're trying to run the country as a business. So as your business, when you're out there talking to your people, going to meetings, you're not used to having to have your own interpreter to talk to someone. I understand that. I'm going to give you that, okay? Because you're used to, if I want to get up and go talk to someone, that's what I'm going to do. I understand that, okay? I'm going to give you that one, okay? You're figuring he's got his own interpreter. Why drag mine over here so I can talk to him? I understand that. I'm going to give you that one. Okay, so any Trumpsters who say, hey, why can't he talk to Putin? He's got the term. Why do we need to know? Oh, wait a minute. Why do we need to know what they're talking about? Why do we need to know what they're talking about? Only that there's a many accusations going on right now. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm being accused of things that I believe that I'm innocent about, I'm going to want to prove to you, especially if it's something as serious as the things that you're being accused of. Especially if it's something that can land me in an orange suit, and I don't care how well it matches the rest of you. Okay? I'm going to want proof. Now, if you're as smart as you say you are, and you didn't bring your own interpreter there because you're not used to that. That's, you never had to worry about that in business, and he has an interpreter and whatever. But you're being accused of, your administration at least is being accused of possibly treason. Your administration is definitely being accused of collaborating with the Russians. And really, I think you're looking for evidence that you may be too. Okay? Now, if I was being accused of things that could possibly put me in prison, or my administration was being accused of things that could possibly put me in prison, rather than to just tweet I'm innocent, or tweet my son is innocent, or tweet, whatever it is that you want anybody to believe, because the only one you're convincing is the Trumpsters, I think that I would start doing things to prove it. Like get my interpreter over there. Like have a witness to what's really going on if it's not what we think it is. And I thought you knew the art of the deal. And I thought you were really pretty smart. Well, no, I didn't think that, but I'm just going by what you say. Okay? And if you're honest and you are as smart as you think you are, and you know the art of the deal, why didn't you take your interpreter so that you have proof? But then you know what? I guess the Dems can just say, oh, that interpreter is working for you and is going to say what you want them to say. Yeah, you know, that's a possibility. But it's a lot better, I would think anyways, to have your interpreter say this, or be there and say, look, what Trump was discussing was things that we would be okay with, and have the Dems and the libs say, oh, he's just saying what you want them to say, then not have any proof at all. I mean, come on. You're supposed to be smart. You're supposed to be the most victimized. You're supposed to be the best at everything. You're supposed to know more about women than women do. You're supposed to know more about everything than anybody. You're supposed to blah, 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 blah. No matter what, you do it 1,000 times better. Why can't you do this 1,000 times better? If you are as good as you say you are, why are you in the trouble that you are in? Oh, you are in the most trouble. You got it right this time! You are in the most trouble. And what's that got to do? Oh, it's the Dems' fault. No. Mr. President, it's your fault. You are the leak. Your people did what they can to clean up your mess. And every time they tried to clean up your mess, you threw more of a mess. You made more of a mess. You tweeted something. You said something. I will give you credit for this, though, Mr. President. What you've been tweeting and what you've been saying and what you've been doing is really opening the eyes of many Americans. Because when you have your people tell you, you have your people standing up for you saying, this is what he meant in order to clean up your mess. And then you tweet, no, that's not what I meant. This is a person who's on your side. And you're tweeting, no, that's not what I meant. At least with you tweeting that, at least with you hollering at the Dems, at least with you hollering at the liberals, I can say one thing. We know where you're coming from. And you know what? If I was a Democrat or a liberal or a Republican or conservative, because I'm not putting myself in any of those areas, I would be at least grateful that we know where you're coming from. And from your very tweets, from your very words, and from your actions, it's not hard to see that if you are working for America at all, it's not for all of us. And I don't care if you are a Republican or a Democrat or an independent or green or purple or whatever kind of president that you ran as. I want whoever is the president of the United States to be working for America. And the President of the United States may be making some policies that maybe I don't agree with, because I'm not going to agree with all policies that are made. But for as long as I know that this president, whether or not I agree with the policies, is working for us, all of us, and not just the conservatives, or just the Republicans, or just the Republican conservatives, or just the Democrats, or just the liberals, or just the Democratic liberals, or just any group of people, I can deal with a few legislations, with a few policies that I don't agree with. So, thank you, Mr. President. I'm glad that you have decided not to try to cover up your ignorance. I'm happy for every tweet that you tweet. I'm happy for every time that you open your mouth and you put your foot in it. I'm happy because you are showing us who you are.